Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Pokemon Red version. Done a fair bit of grinding and Pokemon training in between this video and the last video, and I still have a little bit that I would like to do before we fight Brock. So I'm going to do a little bit of leveling up before we take on the gym leader. But I thought while I did that I would kind of deliver a better crash course on just kind of how this game works, how it all meshes together and everything. So I've said before, Pokemon, and you've seen, I'm sure already, Pokemon is an RPG which pits many different types of creatures, the Pokemon, against other Pokemon. You raise your Pokemon by battling them against other Pokemon in much the same way that you would in many other traditional video game RPGs. The goal of Pokemon, at least that is stated in its by its creators, is to capture as many Pokemon as you can, aiming to catch all of them. And over the years, as new Pokemon generations have come out, and more Pokemon have been added, our Kakuna is going to evolve now. As more and more Pokemon have been added, it's become quite a bit more difficult to realize that goal of capturing all of them. So, it's more of a realistic goal to see every Pokemon there is to see than to capture all of them. Some kind of Metapod in the last video, or not in the last video, but between videos, and I want to get it to turn into a Butterfree so it can learn Confusion, Psychic type. What was I saying? Oh, anyways, so you can gain Pokemon through a number of means. The most common means is to use Pokeballs to battle wild Pokemon and catch them using these little capsules called Pokeballs. You can also get new Pokemon by leveling up your Pokemon and getting them to evolve. And evolution in Pokemon entails your Pokemon gaining a new shape and gaining generally improved stats. And evolution can be achieved through a number of ways, and it really depends on the Pokemon. Most commonly it would be through pure leveling up, pure training via Pokemon battles. Another way is exposure to elemental stones. There are 5 elemental stones in this first generation: the Moonstone, the Firestone, Waterstone, Leafstone, and Thunderstone. Each one corresponds to the Pokemon type that will be, evolving. I hope this takes a moment, because, alright. So for example, Pikachu evolves via Elemental Stone, and since Pikachu is electric type, only the Thunderstone will get it to evolve. The tricky part about using Elemental Stones to get your Pokemon to evolve is that once an Elemental Stone is used, the evolved Pokemon typically does not learn many of the techniques it would have learned in its previous stage. So, for example, Pikachu learns several abilities which would be unavailable. It would not learn them on its own if we were to, say, evolve him into Raichu right now. So it's all... But then again, Pokemon that evolve via Elemental Stone usually learn one, like, signature attack late in its cycle, I guess you would say. So yeah, elemental stones would be one other way. And third way, and the only other way in first generation, is to via trade, and only 4 Pokemon in first generation evolve via trading. And there are, I guess, a couple theories as to why trading would get a Pokemon to evolve, but regardless of any of those, what happens is you trade a Pokemon such as Graveler to another human player, and then once the other human player receives your Graveler, it will immediately evolve into a Golem. Now, you can, of course, trade your Golem back immediately. However, in later generations, this may affect your Pokemon's, affinity towards you or affection towards you. So those are the 3 ways, at least within this generation. Metapod will evolve now. At least within this generation, to get your Pokemon to evolve. So now you hopefully can understand that. And Butterfree actually has to level up 2 more times before it'll learn Confusion. So let's go back to a Pokemon Center super quick. Pokemon have a number of different stats and stat values that will change as they grow. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. They have attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. I think that's all of them. In this generation, first generation, special attack and special defense are a single stat and are simply called special. But beginning in second generation, they're split into special attack and special defense. Now, attack and defense refer to physical attack and physical defense. So physical attack stats will boost the base value of, it will add to the base value of physical techniques. So tackle, for example, is a physical technique, since it involves, bodily contact. It's not, doesn't require you to harness any elements, anything like that. Special attack and special defense refer to special type techniques, such as Pikachu's Thundershock, which draws upon electricity and energy. So it's not, within this context, a physical attack. So psychic type Pokemon typically have high special attack and special defense, and fighting type Pokemon typically have high attack and defense. And different Pokemon have different basic stat builds, and even the same the same Pokemon will have different base stats. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but 2 different Kakunas that are level 5 may have 2 differing sets of stat values. And these are determined, at least beginning in 3rd gen, by their natures. And natures are things like, you know, I don't really know any off the top of my head, but there's like, well, I can't think of any. But they basically determine if there will be a proficiency in one stat and a deficiency in another. And people who play Pokemon competitively usually pay a lot of attention to Pokemon natures, and then also use a method called EV training, which is where you battle specific Pokemon in a sequence in order to get really huge stat boosts every time you level up. Excuse me. So, EV training does exist within this first generation, but it really didn't come into prominence, I don't think, until third generation, which introduced natures and kind of allowed you to better track your Pokemon's stat growth. I'm going to keep battling Kakunas here because they give you the most experience at this point. What else? Oh, and speed. You know, it's speed. That's just kind of self-explanatory. Within the single-player story mode of Pokemon, the goal is to beat the 8, or the series of gym leaders. It's not always 8, not in 2nd gen anyways, but to beat, in this one, 8 gym leaders, and then to use the gym badges as proof of eligibility to enter the Pokemon League series, which is composed of a group called the Elite Four. The Elite Four are 4 high-level Pokemon trainers. There's an Ice type, Lorelei, a Fighting type, Bruno, Ghost and Poison type, Agatha, and Dragon type, Lance. And I guess there's a rule in place that there will reside a champion at the Elite Four after the Elite Four themselves, who must be defeated in order for one to gain the, title of champion. It's kind of a Highlander type deal, you might say. So the Elite Four really involves fighting 5 advanced trainers. The reason I'm spending so much time leveling up here, and unfortunately it's already 13 minutes, but the reason is Brock, being a rock-type gym leader, is resistant to a lot of our techniques. So we need to develop at least one move that is somewhat effective against him, and Butterfree's Confusion at this point will be our best bet. If we'd started with Bulbasaur or Squirtle, they would have had a type advantage, but alas, we did not, because I wanted Charmander. And I think I'm only going to level up Butterfree one more time, and we really only need to do one more battle because it only requires 9 more experience points. But at that point, I think I'll head into Brock's gym, and then Butterfree should be able to level up on its own when we fight Brock has like a disciple trainer within his gym who actually does not use rock-type Pokemon. He uses ground-type, and ground-type is less resistant to our abilities, so be in better shape to fight him. And his Pokemon should probably give us enough experience to level up Butterfree one more time. We have about 10 minutes, so maybe we can beat Brock. So let's head inside. Talk to this guy. Hi, I can tell you have what it takes to become a Pokemon champ. I'm not a trainer, but I can tell you how to win. Let me take you to the top. Sure. Alright, let's get happening. The first Pokemon out in the match is at the top of the Pokemon list. By changing the order, Pokemon matches could be made easier. Here's the plaque of victorious trainers. Pokemon Gym Leader Brock. Winning trainers. Blue. So Blue's already been here and cleared away Brock. Stop right there, kid. You're still light years away from facing Brock. So we're going to fight a junior trainer who has 2 Pokemon. First is a Diglett. Diglett's evolved form Dugtrio is one of my very favorite Pokemon. Fortunately, Butterfree's stats have increased dramatically since it was a Metapod. Diglett is still pretty tough, though. Let me just check something really quick. Okay. I think we can do this. I'll need to use a... Ooh, Sandshrew has high defense. Was not expecting that. And it got a critical hit. That's a bummer. Pokemon do not learn nearly as many moves in this generation as they do in later generations, which is unfortunate. Leaves us with fewer options. It depends on our kind of custom training Pokemon through TMs and whatnot. Charmander may be able to do this. For the first gym leader, Brock is pretty tough, I would say. With his ultra-resistant rock type. And these Pokemon that keep using Sand Attack. Sand Attack is fortunately something we'll see less and less as the game progresses. But it's a pretty stubborn obstacle at this point. Okay, Beedrill, you got this. Or not. Sorry I'm not doing so well. In the last video I lost to Blue, and I'm already kind of struggling through this fight. So definitely I'll want to level up a little bit more between this video and the next one. Darn, light years isn't time, it measures distance. Okay, let's run back to the Pokemon Center because we kind of took a whipping there. And Brock's Pokemon, I think, might be level 12 and 14 respectively, so I guess we should take some time to grind. The problem, I guess, is that grinding just takes so much time at this point, since we can't rebattle trainers, and the wild Pokemon we encounter are such low level and offer such little experience. So let's jump back into Viridian Forest and just spend, I guess, the rest of our time doing some more training. And then definitely in the next video we will be ready to take on Brock, and I'll make sure we're at a point where we can do so without much difficulty. Brock uses a move that can be kind of dangerous. It's called Bide, and it basically doubles the amount of damage that you've done to his Pokemon and returns it. So if you get careless, it can be trouble for you. But Butterfree only has to level up one more time in order to evolve into Kakuna, or evolve into Kakuna, learn Confusion. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. And Beedrill will learn Fury Attack at level 12, which would not be as useful to us against Brock, since it's only normal type. And it's pretty weak attack anyways. After we beat Brock, we should be on a much better road toward building a team, strong team anyways. The second gym leader, Misty, is not nearly as challenging as Brock. And the gym leaders in general aren't too hard. Just Brock is kind of a tough first person to go through. Okay, let's do one more. In Pokemon Yellow version, Butterfree learns Confusion at level 10. So as soon as it evolves, and actually, so in the last video I was trying to catch a Pokemon that I didn't want to name, but I've decided that since we couldn't find it, I guess there's no point. The Pokemon I was trying to catch was Mankey, which is a fighting type Pokemon. And my reason for wanting to do so was in Pokemon Yellow version, at level 9, Mankey learns a move called Low Kick, which is fighting type. And fighting type is super effective against rock type. So it would have been extremely useful to us. However, I learned that not only does Mankey not appear in the same place he appears in Pokemon Yellow version, he does not learn Low Kick at all in Red version. So even if we'd caught one, it would have been pretty much useless to us. So that's a shame. I think in Yellow version, they decided to adjust certain things towards the beginning of the game to make Brock a little more easy. Especially since in Yellow version, you start with a Pikachu, no matter what. And Pikachu's electricity is weak to, or is completely ineffective against rock type, or not rock type, ground type. But Brock's Pokemon are rock and ground, so they're completely resistant to electricity. Charmander is level 11. So I think my goal between this video and the next will be to get our Pokemon up to probably level 14 across the board. That'll put us in a really great position to take on Brock. And I know if those of you who have played Pokemon before are watching, you might be far more skilled than I am and capable of taking down Brock at lower levels, but I guess I'm not really playing this to impress you with my skills, because I don't have many skills as far as Pokemon is concerned, but it's more just to entertain you, I guess, and to hopefully provide some chilled out commentary. And I've been forgetting, I want to do lots of keyboard sounds, like lots of keyboard tapping in these videos, and I I guess I just keep forgetting to tap in loud enough for you guys to hear, but I'll try to work on that. Oh, and it's 25 minutes now, so let me just do this Metapod, and then I'll save and quit. Alright, but I will see you next time, and we will fight Brock.